Okay, now coming to meditation, there are some scientific benefits of mindfulness and meditation. Someone commented, let me just see. It takes great efforts to let go of things. Yes, yes, it does. At times things are not easy. As long as we keep working, we will get there. Just remember that, no matter how difficult things are. Like they said, I think Laura will like that. Paris wasn't built in a day. Laura, if you remember that.
Yes, I love it. I say that to myself all the time.
Yeah, so Paris wasn't built in a day. Um, so it takes time to build Paris as well. So no matter what you see on day one, how difficult something appears, the most important thing is to keep working, keep walking. Like in the Johnny Walker ad, they say, keep walking. It's such an important and inspirational message. Just keep walking. You will reach somewhere. You will get out of your current situation, no matter what, no matter where you are. Just keep walking. Okay, Karen asks, is it normal to feel anger in the process? Oh, yes, you might. You might feel different emotions. You actually will feel different emotions. And that is where acceptance is also important. When we are changing things in ourselves, when we are changing how we feel, how we process information, we are changing the way our senses interact with everything outside, it is quite, I would say, natural that our mind will process information differently and will have different kind of emotions. It will happen. So yes, Karen, just to answer your question, at times you might feel angry as well. You might have a series of different emotions as well. Taking two more comments. Believe me, you're not going nuts, Karen. And we can talk about it later as well. So coming back to meditation, this is the last slide, and I'm going to open up to everyone after this, and you all can share your experiences as well. And I will not bore you as much. So the benefit of meditation, there's so many benefits basically, scientifically, spiritually, psychologically, physically. I mean, there's so much benefit of it. It helps not just in how you feel, it actually makes impact to your body. There's so much of a study that has been done on meditation. They have actually tried to see the brain activity when someone meditates or being mindful, and they've seen the changes happening to the body, to physical changes as well in your body. Wim Hof is one example, right? You would have heard of him. If you've not, I would recommend that you read about him. You can do quite a lot when you meditate, when you have control over things. Meditation is the one aspect that people don't realize of meditation. People think meditation is a spiritual practice which helps you go deeper. That's it, or helps you concentrate. I'll give you another definition. Meditation is a practice that helps you regain control over yourself. It is that powerful. If you want to take control of how you feel, how you react to things, how you process information, how well you are connected to something, meditation can give you that control. Now it depends on what kind of meditation you do, because out there are, I think, definitely a million forms of meditation people talk about, like yoga, and they kind of miss the whole uh, crux of and the benefit of having meditation. Karen, I mentioned Wim Hof, WIMHOFF, and Jessica said meditation is great for health as well, great for health and mind and the pandemic. Absolutely. And meditation, apart from what I said, helps you regain control of yourself, helps you connect with the universe, and helps you have stronger, better alignment with the universe. 4 comments, just quickly going to go through them. Okay, Diana mentioned there's so many different kind of meditation. Is there a recommended time at a minimum we should do it for? We will come to that. And Jessica is clarifying that she was talking about Wim Hof exercising and breathing, which is similar to meditation. Yes, breathing is one way of meditation. If you pay attention to that, vipassana, as many people call it, is one way where you just observe your breath going in and going out, nothing else. But if you remember what I said earlier, typically you would find meditation, all the meditation, different practices would fall under contemplation, concentration, and observation, just for easy understanding. But there are far more greater benefits um, to meditation, as you can read. I'm not gonna read everything, just gonna move forward because I do have something to share about meditation. And I guess this is something most of you already would have seen. Shared this same information earlier, which is if there are so many types of meditation out there, where do you start? And do you think you would be able to meditate? Everyone can meditate. If I can, everyone can. Trust me. My mind is really analytical, over processes everything, thinks about something over and over again. And even if people say you have, I mean, at an average a person has 80,000 thoughts, I would think that I would have more than 120,000, 30,000 thoughts easily, based on how fast I won't say how fast my mind works, how fast I get different thoughts and different kind of things I get in my mind. So if I can meditate, anyone can meditate. And these are some of the things you can follow. I'm trying to get to a chat someone mentioned, and my computer is not responding as nicely. So I'm gonna just ignore that and complete this slide, and then we can get to the chat message. So if you have problems starting meditation, I would say start small. Guided meditation is one of the easiest way you can start, because you don't have to do something with your mind deliberately, even though you are doing, but we are tricking our mind in a way that we are focusing on something. So guided meditation is the one where you have someone talking and giving instructions. At times it is visualization, at times it is sound, at times it is just instructions basically. So guided meditation is a really good way to start for people who are not able to concentrate, or people who think it is almost difficult or almost impossible for them to meditate. I would say start with guided meditation, and there are many apps on your phone you can use. Open any of the meditation app. You will have so many guided meditation. You can start with that. That is one of the easiest way you can get started, and you will start building that habit of your mind following some commands, like the speaker is saying, okay, focus on this, visualize this, think about this, now visualize the light coming or water coming and things like that. So do that. That is one good way of doing it. Even when you're meditating, I would highly recommend spend time with nature. It is the natural feeling. Try to be in the present. Don't think of future or past, and try to observe the beauty that you have, and that will help you appreciate, will work on your gratitude as well. Spend time with nature. You will see so many things, so many different things. You will be able to see the beauty that the universe is, the time and attention that is spent in making this universe, even small things, smallest thing you would see how beautifully it is designed, how intricately everything is designed and made and thought after, how everything connects with everything. It is so fascinating if you pay attention to nature and everything around us. Moving on, try to be observant. Again, when you spend time and be observant, you would see the world becomes such a different place for you. Maybe you are currently cribbing or complaining that I can't go out of home because because there's a lockdown, there's this pandemic. But if you try to observe things around you, you will see. And in fact, for many of you, it might have already happened where you would have seen things around you so much that now you know about that thing little better than even after years of living at the same place, because now you are forced to spend time somewhere else, and you are able to know things better about that thing, about that space or whatever you're focusing on. Maybe your walls, maybe your own lawn, maybe something in your kitchen or whatever it is. You will be able to notice that. And that is what I'm trying to say. When you be observant, you can use the activities such as painting, dancing, sports, anything, music, anything, exercising, that helps you forget about other things, that takes your brain away. That is why these activities are referred to by many of the psychologists or neurophysicists, that helps you reduce your stress, helps you focus somewhere else. You basically focusing on something else, and doing something physical is the easiest way to, to take your mind away from anything it was in. If you want to stop your thinking, I have two really simple methods, but please try with caution if you want to try those. One is stop your breathing. That's it. Within few seconds, your brain will come from wherever it was, however deep it was, to you, to realizing you need to breathe. It will start sending you a signal. Oh, you have lack of oxygen now. You're not able to breathe. It'll come. Or you go underwater. Similar, your mind will come within seconds, not minutes. For some people it might be 5 seconds, some people it might be 10 seconds, some people it might be 15, 20, 30 seconds. But I can guarantee it will come. This is how our mind is tuned. Our survival is the first thing it thinks about, to keep you alive. So you can always get your attention back to something. Doing any of such exercise where you are physically involved with something helps you focus on that, and that helps you reduce stress. That is what you can do for meditative practices as well. There are different paths of meditation, and not just someone who's sitting and doing meditation with closed eyes is able to progress further. Even someone who's actually busy in the activity and forgetting about the world can progress as far. That is why you have so many musicians, artists, sports personality. When they do what they do, it is mesmerizing for people. and they have a completely different perspective about something. For meditation to be effective, I would say set a particular time. If you can do same time every day, I'll tell you, be secret about it. I don't know how you're gonna react to it, but we have many life forms in this universe. We think we are the only one. We have many. There are some other help assistance we get from the higher life forms as well. When you try to do something where you get in alignment with the universe, with the nature's frequency, you tap into those life forms as well. Whether you call them angels, you can call them guiding spirits, you call them gods, or whatever it is, the name you want to give, I leave it to you. What I would say is set a time when you do such practices, because you are getting in alignment with those higher life forms, higher realms of the universe. And if you practice meditation the same time, they would know you are practicing. Even if, okay, I can give you another example. Like for prayers, if you want your prayers to be effective, try to pray at the same time. That is why we have certain ritual happening at the same time every day or every week, or in a specific time of a week, because that is when we are dedicating that time to that particular activity. And that is what I would say, dedicate a time. Those higher forms of life will know that this is the time you work. Otherwise, if you are trying to manifest something, trying to pray something at odd hours, by the time someone comes to you, you might have done your prayers, or you are not able to get as much help. If you set a time, guess what? The higher realms, higher lives will set a time for you as well. So they will come join you, and you will have much more greater awakening. It might sound all stupid to you, or I don't know how weird it is sounding. So I'm not gonna go deeper in that, but I would highly recommend that you set a time, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying on higher life forms or other things. Just set a time. Even though you don't look at from spiritual perspective, I will give you a scientific perspective from your body. We are creature of habits. When you do something repeatedly at the same time, your brain accepts that activity to happen at the same time, and you are far more prone to go deeper in your practices when you are accepting something. If your brain knows, oh, this is the time allocated for meditation, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever, it'll help you little bit later, earlier, though it'll create different kind of problems, though that is a separate thing, but then it'll help you. your your brain will release some certain chemicals in you, so that you feel better. Your decision making will be different. So set a time, I would say. Also, I would say choose a specific place for meditation where you don't do anything. Again, if you believe in frequencies, vibrations, energy, paradigm, if you believe in this, the way we explained last time, it is important for setting a specific place. Every place that we go to, we emit vibrations, energy, and we receive. If you set a space where you only do meditation, you will see your meditation taking you far more deeper, helping you far more greater than not doing at a specific time or not doing at a specific place. These are really, really important things if you can follow. I can talk about it for hours, but I'm not going to do that. Um, do it twice a day. Just know that during just before sunset and around sunrise, the universal frequencies are lower when, or we used to say the resistances are lower because of the pull, solar pull, and you will be able to quieten your mind easier than at other times. Many a culture, many religion, in fact, utilize that time either for meditation, either for ritual or something else. Um, some Okay, I do have some comment, like 8 to 9 comment, not able to see, not able to get some notification as well. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the slide and come back to it. Uh, and finally, meditate just before you sleep, because when you meditate before you sleep, you are actually getting into a zone which you can stay in when you're sleeping. So now we are talking about 3 times of meditation, if you can do so. That will be really helpful. Finally, meditation is the most important thing you can do to raise vibration. You know why? Looking at the vibration graph, because it will help you to the level of enlightenment. The practice that can take you there. That is why people talk about meditation such highly. Okay, I do have a recap thing, but I guess everyone know being happy, be your own parents, act as if you're ready to go, practice LOA, help others, learn to let go and meditate. And if you do that, you will see you will be able to target these vibrational frequencies.
Can you please repeat the 3 times of day that you recommended to meditate?
Okay, so the first 2 times are sunrise and sunset, and third time is before you sleep.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
I'm not, yeah. Thanks, Laura.
One of the things I really liked, because it was the other definitions of LOA. I'm going to steal them and use them. Because I do happy things on happiness, and that is so true. Love over anger, and love and observe and awaken. Because I really liked your comment that sometimes, when somebody else gets something out of something that you've taught, that is such a great feeling. That it's like, oh wow, when you see the light, I always call it when I see the light bulbs go on. When I see that light bulb, that something that I've said has landed and it's impacted them, because you can't unlearn something you've learned.
Yeah.
And it just that is a great feeling. So
Thanks, Barbara. Thank you so much.
so this was a great presentation. Gave me some.
Thank you so much, Barbara.
Hi, Vickers. Maria.
Hey, Maria.
I really enjoyed you mentioning that when you're trying to, that you're not really trying to manifest something. And I'm glad I heard that from you, because that seems to be my case. And I have been highly criticized for it, because if you ask me what my goal and my intention is to align physically, spiritually, and mentally. Because I find that if I'm not in alignment, which doesn't come easily and it doesn't happen every time, I find that I'm just struggling just in regular life. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And I myself do not have something specific that I would want to manifest, but that alignment to remain with a peaceful mind and try to eat healthy or move my body, which physically I'm not very good at. And then spiritually, the meaning for me spiritual means everyone to me. It's spiritual, we're spirits, we're having a human experience. So to me, everyone's spiritual. But it's that consciousness of what spirit means to us. What is the meaning of spirit? How do we know spirit? How do we love in spirit? So that was very interesting. The other thing that you mentioned, LOA, love or anger. To me, the exact opposite of love is fear. Everything
Mm-hmm.
else, it's variances of fear. It's either everything that comes from love, compassion, kindness. So I always try to think, where am I? Am I acting in love or am I acting in fear? Fear, under fear can be anger, when you lose patience and tolerance, and so on. As for meditation, I've been meditating for a few years now. And I do kind of can see what you're saying, that guided meditation can be very good if your mind is very distracted. But I came to find out that my intention of meditation was to truly go within to the silence. So to me, guided meditation or incense or anything doesn't really seem to help, because for me, my meaning of meditation is to lose all the senses. So you sit, and I try not to hear, smell, see anything. And that tends to help me to go into meditation a lot quicker and with a lot of calm. Another thing that I always remember, the breath is a bridge. Your breath is your bridge to go within. If you focus on your breath, either by noticing how your stomach rises and falls, or the air on your nostrils, if you concentrate on the breath, you will lose all thoughts. So that is a bridge to go within, the breath. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for this presentation.
Thanks, Maria. And just wanted to mention that the guided meditation is primarily for people who find it difficult to meditate. That I have seen people, when they try to focus on breath, they try to quieten their mind. They find it very difficult.
Oh, I
And
can. Mhm.
yeah, and for them, people for them it is easier because they just have to focus on something. But someone who has already done meditation, who has gone little deeper, guided meditation will not make sense. It is only for people, and it is based on my humble opinion and personal practices, that guided meditation will work if you are not able to meditate at all, if you do not have any experience. But once you gain experience, you can never go back to guided meditation, because I cannot go back to guided meditation at all. my
Absolutely agreed.
my
But
way of meditating is quite different. And I feel I to get deeper, you need to be on your own. It's like the difference. I'll tell you, and thanks for mentioning that, because that helps me explain something about guided meditation versus self meditation. Is guided meditation is something where someone is holding your hand to walk, like making you learn how to walk. So it is good as far as that learning is concerned, which can happen without guided meditation as well. I'm not saying it will not happen. Guided meditation just makes it easier. So I'm not advocating for everyone to follow guided meditation. It is just one of our tips to
I
help you.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you learn meditation, once you learn, you have to let go of hand. You have to learn to balance on your feet, and that is what it means when you do a deeper meditation. You will you will perhaps not go back to guided meditation. Maria, you wanted to say something. Go ahead, please.
oh no, I absolutely agree. That's how I actually started as well. Another thing that seems to work very well for me are mudras, these hand touching different fingers. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with mudras.
Yes,
That
yes.
tends to ease the body a lot. And
Mm.
actually, mudras have um, medicinal purposes that if you read into them, they're very good as well. And of course, keeping the spine straight, because it's said that the blood will flow easier from up to your brain. That's what it says. So there's many things into meditation, but
Absolutely.
I try to keep it simple and loose the senses. That's what tends to work for me now that I've been doing it for quite some time. So, but thank you for letting me give my opinion.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Maria.
Sure.
It is definitely helpful. Okay, so how about others? Any questions, comment, observation?
I wanted to I could relate to the I want to go to what you were ending on. I can relate to when you said that when you talked about the particular time to meditate, because I believe that a lot of these concepts that you've discussed, it's not so much about one thing like meditate. They all share they are all interconnect and share some similarities. And so it's about like the lifestyle. And so I relay that to like when I write. I write usually in the morning because I know, like you said, it's all based on science and basically everyone has like a certain time clock or biological clock where their subconscious works best, at a certain time. And so for me, like when I write like every morning because that's when. And I think the other thing that you said was, which was good. I've been trying to change this or work on this. So like I've heard like how I've noticed like for myself when I sort of separated like the different environments, like so you want to notify, maybe a part of it like you were saying is notify your mind or train your brain to act. So that's why now um, when I work, I try to go into a different room, or when I write, I try to go into a different room compared to say if I'm in like the living room. So it trains my brain, so to say, well, this is like your this is work, and maybe this is, but those were some really a lot of things I could relate to as far as the creativity aspect, which was good, but also when you were talking about just presence and being present, I think presence goes a lot with acceptance, because with this whole manifestation thing, I feel like like how they say your mind has millions and millions of thoughts. Like the same thing with meditation is like we meditate, I feel like so much, like even within the group, like a lot of things that we're going to talk about will probably pop up into an article that I write, or a lot of these things I feel like pops up into the next slide that you come up with. And it's just like, even every time we talk, we're constantly like manifest you're constantly just sort of reiterating what will happen. So yeah, and so yeah, with the whole presence thing, I really love that, because it's like we're all just pretty much. I feel like we're all. The more present we are, the more that goes along with just be accepting what is. So you want to be present, and focus on like what's going on. Like what, like we could, like I think one time you said, if you we could miss like a lot of things if we don't focus on what's going on right now. We don't. There's a lot of good things happening right now. Oh, even within this video. So you have to sort of like be present. So you get it goes along with acceptance. And I feel like there's a lot of little things that we miss. And so I think I really believe in like small things, like focusing on like the little things, and they can, they can grow and become bigger. So I don't know. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Jessica.